Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Trip Around the Multiverse with your host, the man who got hit with a ladder and still carried on the match even though my skull was showing. Kyle Charles.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
No, the red paint covered it up.
Yeah, that's true.
and and the man who kept running ropes because he didn't know what was going on, and then defied all the laws of physics. Because have you ever seen a wrestler stop from their own accord? No.
Nope.
SiFi Chan.
And we are reviewing night 2 of Wrestlemania 39. Wrestlemania goes to Hollywood at the SoFi Arena in Los Angeles, California. Don't know why I decided to include that, but hey.
Would you say overall? Which night was better overall? Would you say?
I liked both nights. I really did, but I don't know. I think maybe night 1 might have been better.
Well, I think not necessarily there were more. Well, I think there were more. Night 1 actually had finishes that made more sense to me. Yeah. Night 2 was like, all right, but I don't know why they went in this direction for a good couple of the matches. But then that doesn't mean it was worse overall.
No.
It was just like, I think that puzzled me a bit sometimes, and I was like, oh, that's why I think night 1 to me was better, because most it's not about the lineup, it's what happens in the ring and what the storytelling and whatnot. So I think in night 2 they had some matches as well where there's not real much investment either.
Yeah. What matches did you say they were?
Okay. Let's do an order and I'll point out. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
I say match because it's not. Okay. First of all, the ladies match, right? But that's I didn't really particularly have much investment in that. But that's the second match on the card. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah.
The first match on the card, which I liked surprisingly, Brock versus Omos. Now we know.
I love this
Omos
match.
can't do jack. Yeah.
Yep.
And Brock carried Omos. Brock came to work, and I was like, all right.
Yep. Brock's awesome.
Yeah, he knew what he needed to do. He he got picked up like a ragdoll, got thrown around, took a choke slam, took some almost doing moves that you learn from the first day of wrestling school, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Not literally the first day, but you know what I mean.
But yeah.
Scoot slams and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, the basic stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Bear hug as well.
Yeah, of course. And there's like the same move Andre the Giant used, blah 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 blah.
Brock then popping off with 2 German suplexes, which are impressive because he does he's kind of more the deadlift version where he does it of his own accord.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't look like the opponent assists, but at the same time they're not going to stuff it.
Yeah.
And then an F5, a lift for an F5, but he has to sell the back now.
Yep.
And then he picks up F5's almost anyways.
Yep.
All right.
Brock's the man.
So yeah, I enjoyed this match. I was like, all right, yeah.
Brock's the man. That's why.
Yeah. When he wants to, and and Omos not known for his great ring skill, but yeah.
Like Brock, I've always thought this about Brock. When he is motivated and and interested, he could be one of the best. Yeah.
And sometimes he's not bothered when he should, and sometimes he's bothered when you're thinking, all right, I'm not sure why you would be bothered, but whatever.
Yeah. Because since he's become I want to say Cowboy Brock. Yeah, you could tell
Lumberjack Brock. Yeah,
Lumberjack Brock. You could tell that he's more invigorated in wrestling, and he's enjoying it rather than before. We could tell he didn't. Well, that was his character before, where you could tell he didn't want to. His character was, I didn't want to be here. I'm just here for the money. Yeah. But now you can see that he's. Oh, his character development from Brock. Wow.
Yeah. I would have so Omos doesn't do a lot of moves. I would have. There's moves that you can add to a giant like that doesn't need him to do much. Okay, I don't mind the bear hug. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Choke slam made sense. Yeah. Even though it didn't look as awesome as it should have. Remember the Farouk spine buster?
Yeah.
I think Omos should add that to his repertoire. Yeah, I don't know about power bombs because when you power bomb you got to flip over.
Yeah.
And I think it's just he's too tall for the average. I want to say the average height person, but
No, but I mean.
Yeah, how are you going to flip over on his shoulders if you tall? Whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, or the D-Lo Sky High power bomb without the sit down bit.
Yeah.
But
kind of has that the choke bomb in it.
Yeah, I don't like the look of the double choke bomb though. It looks a bit weird.
I like the sit out one.
Yeah.
But
Omos does a sit out one.
No, he doesn't. He just.
You mean the Boldo bomb that Albert used to do?
I like that version.
Yeah, but Omos, I don't think he's going to be sitting down and doing stuff. No, yeah. With his limited, I mean, the fact that he got up for an F5 and took it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah. Enough. I want to say, like it was a predictable one who was going to win.
Yeah.
Almost looked credible enough, but still limited. but I didn't mind it here.
No. It's true. That's true.
Yeah.
He was pretty. Yeah. I wasn't. I had at first this match. I had like no like meh.
Yeah.
To it, and then watching, I was like, don't know what it is. Just the entrances got me kind of hyped. I don't know why it did. I was like, oh yeah, that's Brock.
Yeah.
He's on first, baby. He's in work mode, and he just.
Yeah, well, that's the same here. It's like I don't want to say I have no investment vote, but I was intrigued by it because I was like, why is Omos? I mean, why is Brock saying, yeah, I'll work with Omos? It could be terrible, or it could be, something, and it was something.
It's one of those things like maybe he knows more than we do. Sort of
yeah. I could have had Omos eat some more German suplexes, but all right. I don't know how Omos is with that first German suplex. I was like, oof, kind of high.
Yeah.
On Omos. But then he took the other two better. Yeah, but maybe he just didn't want to take them German suplex bombs, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. So on to the Women's WrestleMania Showcase match, which has Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez.
Yep.
As a team versus Natalya and Shotzi. Shotzi Blackheart or just Shotzi now?
I think just Shotzi now.
Okay. These Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. They had some good spots in this match towards the end of it.
Yeah.
And I see how it went the way it went because it just made sense. Right, but I wasn't particularly into it.
No,
there was a bit where I believe Chelsea Green went to do a missile dropkick, and I don't know if Raquel Rodriguez was meant to no sell it or that Chelsea Green is supposed to pretend that she missed. Because because Raquel Rodriguez didn't even take a step back from it. It just looked like, all right, did you stop short? What happened there?
Yeah, a bit weird.
Yeah, if Raquel Rodriguez was super tonks, right? Then I could say, okay, she just no-sold it. But it's just okay.
Yeah, it was a weird... what can I say about this match? I didn't like it, but I didn't like it either. It was in the middle sort of thing. I was like, okay, it's a match. Good that these women are getting on the card and doing their thing. But
I feel like Liv Morgan tried.
Yeah.
And Natalya as well, but and I'm not singling out Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. They I think they were injured or something like that, but they came in and just got their win. Fair enough.
I think Ronda's injured, but then I think through that match, Shayna got injured because she come in at the end without a boot on.
Yeah, she came to do a hobbling knee strike, which I was like, yeah, like I said, missing her boot, and I was like, I don't know when that might have happened.
I think it might have been during the match, but trying to.
Yeah, I don't know if it was
when.
I don't know if it was when Chelsea Green was going to do the top rope splash on everyone, and then she turned back and saw Raquel Rodriguez. She's like, "F this," and just jumps at everyone because she's like, "I'd rather splash on the all the crowd on the outside than deal with Raquel Rodriguez."
Could have been. She might have landed on it awkwardly. Yeah. Weird.
Because after that, because when Liv got power bombed outside.
Yeah.
By her own tag partner, by the way. It was a double team move.
Yeah.
Shayna wasn't there to catch her.
No.
As in, Shayna was not on the group of people that went to catch Liv. Yeah. But so Shayna and Ronda didn't do anything until the end.
Yeah.
Well, mainly didn't do anything until the end, where Ronda just like, yep, armbar. I'm like, okay. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. I understand the way it was going, and considering how the Lady Legends won the night one match, and they had the tag titles, Becky and Lita.
Yeah,
it makes sense. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, you know, the biggest heel in this group to win.
Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Even though on the Raw afterwards they just didn't study not number one contender, but we'll just put probably because Shayna was actually legit injured or something like that.
Yeah, something must have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now triple threat match for the Intercontinental title. Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. Now this match is what Big E will call big meaty men slapping meat.
Yep, and it was awesome.
Yes. Here, you know what's funny, right? Gunther doesn't have a lot of moves, just like Omos, right? Except that Gunther puts his stuff together and makes himself look amazing.
Yeah.
Like all his matches as well. It's not like he just makes himself look good, but all his matches look good, and he doesn't do a lot of moves by deliberation.
Yeah. Less is more for him. Yeah.
Yeah. He's just chopping people to oblivion, and then Drew McIntyre and Sheamus are like, all right, well, I'm just gonna club you, and I'm just gonna get headbutts and whatnot. Yeah, they were like, yeah, let's lay it in thick and lay it in good.
Yeah, it was a hard hitting.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now, there were finishers, right? People eating other people's finishers. And me, I was like, yeah. When it was Drew McIntyre and Sheamus in ring, I was like, no, kick out. Whenever Gunther was in trouble, I was like, Gunther, kick out. Because I wanted Gunther to win.
Like, I like all three of them, so I would have been happy whoever won. But I was like rooting for Gunther as well. Like, come on, you could do this.
It's like when he was out of the ring for the last few minutes of the match, where Sheamus and McIntyre were just clubbing each other.
Yeah, I thought, okay, he's not gonna get pinned. So
yeah. I thought maybe, but I was like, no, get in there, boy. No, and then suddenly he just does a splash off the top rope out of nowhere.
Yep.
Power bomb.
The power bombs. Sheamus onto Drew, and then power bombs Drew.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh wow, this guy, he's the best. I thought he was gonna do his new finisher, the Final Symphony, is it's an Emerald Flosion.
Yeah. The thing is, I think because I was gonna say Sheamus did a second rock white noise.
Yeah.
Which is that looks similar to the Emerald Flosion. Or am I thinking of something else?
You're thinking of something else.
All right.
Because the top rope white noise is based like an air raid crash, really.
Yeah. At the very beginning of the match, Gunther was eating a Claymore kick, which
funny.
I think because he was turning around to it, because he was looking at Sheamus, and he turned around to it, it caught him more on the shoulder.
Yeah.
And he still sold it anyways, but it wasn't like it got him in the face.
No.
But I was like, oh yeah, okay, caught him in the shoulder, fine. It's only the beginning of the match anyways, so yeah.
Yeah.
Which I liked, yeah.
Such a good match, man.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, right? After like how these guys were just destroying each other, the Raw Women's Championship match was afterwards, and I was like, oh, these poor ladies.
Yeah.
Poor Asuka, poor Bianca Belair. How are they going to follow that up? Because they're not going to be able to do that same sort of First of all, if it was a Joshi Japanese women's match, maybe, they just kick the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, you guys. I mean, at the beginning of the first, I think I'm going to say the first half of this match, but the beginning of this match, I don't think the crowd was that into it.
Yeah.
But as it started moving along, it got so much better.
Yeah, it did.
You know.
Yeah.
I think it was guys. Did they plan it to start slow so there was a come down and then build it back up?
I think that seemed like the plan because if it started off like super fast, then it has to come down. Then you're like,
no, but actually, was it designed because of the match previous that they were like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and then get the crowd reinvested.
Yeah, I personally think that's how they went by it.
Asuka comes out with her Asuka clones.
Yeah, all of our old variations. Yeah.
Yeah. Bianca comes out with her Make-A-Wish kids? I don't know.
They were a
gymnast?
Dance troupe from around the corner. And pretty sad one. There's a bit of backstory behind it as well. You know the little girl who dances with her near the end?
Yeah.
The contortionist. Yeah, you know that girl? That same morning, her mum died.
Yeah, I read about that. I was like, oh, right.
I was like, oh.
Yeah. And then I was like, all right, so I guess, and I read that afterwards, so I was like, I guess the finish makes sense, because you couldn't.
Even without the finish, still, even if that didn't happen, Bianca was still gonna win.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not that I was against Bianca, but I wanted Asuka to win because you've just reintroduced, her character, rebooted, sort of reformed, whatever you want to say. Yeah, powered up her.
Yeah. But I knew.
So it wouldn't make sense. Plus, Bianca's had the long reign.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you kill a gimmick as soon as it comes in?
Because it's wrestling.
Yeah, but the ladies did good. The last half of this match was really, really good. Like when Asuka was rolling Bianca into the arm locks and stuff like that, and the crowd was really hype. And I like, if I got a tap out then, it would have been that pop would have been amazing. Yeah, I did like it. I was waiting for Bianca to when they were doing the hair tug and stuff like that with Bianca's braid. I was waiting for her to do that slight heel turn and start whipping Asuka with it, and then get the boos. So I was like, all right, but she never did. I was like, oh, this is the time for it. Like, like, oh no, you turn heel in the middle of the match, but just be like, yeah, this, the face tactics ain't gonna fly right now.
But I was thinking about it now, yeah. If Asuka did win, I don't think the pop would have been as much as when Bianca won.
Well, that depends on when she would win, I think, because when they were going through that finishing sequence where they were rolling into different things, like someone could have got a win in there. They're rolling from the KOD to the arm bars and whatnot. Yeah, if someone could have got a win there, and it wouldn't have. I think the crowd would have been happy. Here's the thing: in this match, I wasn't rooting against anyone in particular.
Yeah,
but I wasn't. And I was rooting more for Asuka, but. It was like whoever win, I wasn't invested in anyone other than what was presented to me in the match. If you know what I mean. Yeah. But I did like the ending as well, where Asuka does a blue mist and Bianca ducks it, and they go for. She goes for the KOD, and then Asuka locks in the armbar, and then Bianca kind of she does this squat deadlift thing where it's like. Okay, when you lift someone up, it's assisted, or they assist you, but it's just like not Asuka was stuffing or anything like that. It was just like Bianca was positioning herself, and you could tell by the way that she was doing it. It's like, I'm pure brute forcing it,
Yeah.
And that's like, I think that got the crowd. Like I was like, and the crowd was there, like because she was trying to reposition herself. And you can be like, okay, when I'm doing this with no help whatsoever, not in a. Like Asuka was trying to make her look bad. Just like, I'm power.
Yeah, I did like that. I was like, oh well, that is strength, baby.
Yeah. I would have been if Bianca won with a second rope kiss of death. Okay, I'd have probably been more. All right, I get that. Yeah. Only because of it's super. I want to say it's super Asuka, but clown killer Asuka. I don't know which version.
She is. I think.
Yeah. And then, but yeah, really, really good. After the crowd kind of got reinvested into it, which is good tactics from these ladies to build the match that way. So yeah, we'll start off kind of slow, and then build into it, and then you get dueling chance as well for both of them.
Let's go.
Yeah, EST, even though it's the other way around, right? I should be cheering for Oscar because that's my lady. Anyways, then we get this next segment. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Wait, what was the next? Oh, was it the Shane thing?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, was that what happened next?
Yeah.
I've watched this night twice and I really forgot that.
Yeah, because you probably exercised it from your mind, your boy.
No, because I was talking to someone about this today. That's the first thing about it, but I forgot. For some reason, I thought it was later on in the card.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dog. This is...
Oh, my goodness. So... Miz and Snoop Dogg come out. Miz was like, like doing the announcer stuff again, and Snoop Dogg's like, yo, we can have a match for you again if you want.
Yeah.
Shane Mac, who gets a great pop, right?
Which confused me, but okay, sure.
Yeah. And then...
oh, God. Like father, like son, basically.
Yeah. So Irish... Was it... Did he get an... you know what? I can't remember if the Miz got an Irish whip or did he duck something. It was an Irish whip, wasn't it?
Shane was coming... No. Miz was coming off the ropes.
Yeah.
And Shane...
No, but did he get Irish whip into the ropes, or was he running? Yeah. I couldn't quite recall. All I know is that Shane ducked, they sleep, then a leap, and then he landed, and then Miz didn't know what to do, so he kept on running.
Yeah.
And then he stopped, which is like, when, no one ever stops by themselves in pro wrestling, because the Lord,
the Lord of Figures don't allow you to, yeah.
Exactly. But, yeah, something happened to Shane. If he landed bad on his ankle, whatever, or tore his ACL with the knee or whatever, right?
Blew out his quads.
And yep. That's what he said, but afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Corey Graves saying Mr. Graves, he won without even doing anything. I was like, yes, Corey Graves. And then this was go on. You go. You say what you were saying to your friend earlier, because I want to hear what you say before I say anything.
What about what happens next, or the Shane?
Yeah. Oh, the Shane thing. Whatever. However you want to do it.
Oh, so basically, because I watched this kind of half awake, because I tried to stay up to watch it, and I watched it the next day. So this kind of happened when I saw this the first time. It was like a fever dream, so I didn't know if it was real or not. Honestly, I didn't know if it was real or not. So...
All right. It does seem like something, by the way. It does seem like something that doesn't make any sense. So why would it happen?
Yeah. Well, so this is my recollection of the whole event. So, I just saw Shane get up, do a leapfrog, and then fall over. So, okay, maybe he got hit in the nuts or something when the Miz ducked underneath to go under the leapfrog, right? And then he tries to get up, and then he falls again. So I was like, okay. And then the Miz kept on running, and this is where I legit thought, okay, this is a fever dream. This is all just...
Yeah, because Miz did the rubbernecking, when the car crash happens, and you're like, everyone's trying to see what happened. That's what Miz was doing.
Yeah. And then Miz standing there, okay. And then Snoop comes in the ring.
Yeah. Why you do my boy like that?
Yeah. And he made up, what all happens next? He made up on the spot. Him and Miz made up on the spot.
Right. Well, okay. I have comments about that, but no, you go first.
So, so he punches the Miz once. Yeah. And it's kind of weird. Then he punches him again. And the Miz goes down. And then I think the referee shouts to him, "Did people's elbow?"
Yes, that's what I was going to say,
yeah. So then he does the funniest people's elbow ever. It looks like he's running in slow motion. He runs the ropes, kind of stops, leans on the ropes, runs off, jumps over the piss, does the same thing on the other rope, and then gives him the people's elbow and wins. Yeah.
The thing is though, he does as strange enough when people who are non-wrestlers do it, because Vince done it the same. Where you run to the wrong ropes, because then you run to the other ropes, and when you do elbow, you're side by side. But when The Rock does it, it's like your bodies are not parallel.
No,
his feet are in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
So it was like, all right. My logic is, if you realize you run to the wrong rope, just do a third run and land in the right place.
Nah, just get it done with.
Yeah. Like you, I was like, what happened here? But as soon as I think Shane was getting that, as soon as Snoop started getting the ring, all I hear is the referee shouting, "People's elbow."
Yeah.
So I believe there was a segment at some point that Snoop was going to do the people's elbow.
I don't think he was,
No?
No. Because even Triple H said...
Yeah.
Because I watched the press conference afterwards, didn't it? He goes, hats off to Snoop for, the impromptu bit, to get in the ring and punch him. Because none of them know what to do.
Yeah. It seemed like to me might have been something that they were going to do afterwards, right? Whatever that was going to happen, and Snoop is like, all right, this happened. I better get in and do and rescue the segment, right? So then he kind of whether you want to say he was going whether he was going to punch the Miz or not, or the Miz was going to be out. Yeah, they had to get to a point where they were going to do the people's elbow, anyways. I assume the plan was always for Snoop to do the people's elbow.
Well, according to Triple H yesterday, well, I say yesterday, during the press conference, nah, that was all
oh, right, the entire segment. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah.
Because I think Shane was meant to actually have a match a bit longer.
I thought he meant props up to Snoop for improvising to get to the finish.
No. That whole bit was made up on the spot.
Yeah. Good on Snoop with his punches as well.
Yeah.
Which I guess he just had to straight up hit the Miz.
Yeah.
Full punches, but he's just like, yeah, okay.
Because it looked like a real punch. How he sort of like threw his hand. It looked like a wrestling punch.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. Yeah. Obviously, he said pull back on it, but he didn't like.
But the thing is as well, good on Miz knowing to. I think that the referee shouting the instructions in that Miz knew. Yeah, I'll just stay down as well after that. I'll sell the first punch because I know what's going on, right?
Yeah.
But I have to get down. So when with the second punch, I'll just stay down.
Yeah, it's good on him, man. Yeah.
I'll be intrigued to know because Miz has been a professional. What Miz would have done, regardless. Like, say Snoop didn't have the intuition to start walking to the ring to do that.
Yeah. I think he might have got the mic and then sort of like maybe enticed the.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was like. I was like, yeah, maybe it would just get Snoop to come in the ring, and then they could have come up with something.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Yeah,
because he's a.
But yeah, good on both of them.
Yeah,
made it something to talk about rather than
laugh about.
Yeah, exactly. It was like you know what? These guys covered up good.
Yep, big time.
Okay, on to Hell in the Cell match. Your boy Edge versus the Demon Finn Balor.
Yeah, boy. So, this match. The entrances are really cool. I like the entrances.
Yeah. I would have preferred, by the way, knowing that Edge was going to fight the Demon version, knowing that he is fighting the Demon Finn Balor.
Yeah.
When he came out with his crystal glass mask or whatever the hell that was, right?
Yeah.
With his vampire wings, though, which did look cool.
Yeah.
When he take the face mask off, he should have had like the vampire look.
Yeah, or at least like fake blood around his mouth or something.
Yeah, like okay, fake teeth as well, but he would have taken them out.
Yeah.
Before the match, but fake teeth with the vampire fangs and blood dripping from his mouth. Because then it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna get a vampire versus the demon. Okay, the pageantry right here.
As he marketed himself as Brood Edge.
Yeah. And by the way, the joke was he didn't do that because Sarah Michelle Gellar was actually in the audience somewhere.
Oh yeah, she like, got a steak ready, like just in case.
Yeah. She took a picture of Alexa Bliss, but people were joking about that's why Edge do the Brood entrance.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. But yeah, that was entrance was pretty cool. That was Finn's with the purple mist and all that stuff.
Yeah. Finn Balor's demon paint, looking real cool.
Yeah, man.
I thought the match was actually pretty good, but I didn't like how it ended. I think the wrong person won, but we'll get into that afterwards, right? You probably think the right person won because you're an Edge fan, but
no. I could see both arguments.
Yeah,
I see both arguments.
All right. Well, but let's get to the match first, and then we'll get after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the match is pretty cool. Some dangerous stuff happening because you didn't need a ladder thrown in Finn Balor's face.
No.
Though, what would have been really good is if he sold it like he was concussed from it, like. Okay, the man's injured, right?
Yeah.
But it didn't seem like a injury that was actually causing him too many issues.
Yeah.
Like, got hurt from it, but it's not like, he's concussed or anything like that. Or he's dazed or whatever, right? The guy was still functioning.
Yeah.
But he should have sold it like it really did damage to him.
Nah, because then you ruin a demon character.
Well, he was gonna take the loss anyway.
Take a loss, but like if he was normal Finn Balor, then I get that whole said like concussion, but he's a demon where that sort of stuff doesn't.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I think it'd be accepted that the guy behind the makeup did get hurt and blah blah blah.
And then all right, he's a heel in this. If he's selling like,
it's true. It's true.
So it's kind of like doesn't make
exactly.
Any sense.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I was just like, let's add a little protection to the gimmick, but fair enough. But the Edge busting out the finishes of all his buds.
Yeah.
Like he did an Impaler DDT.
Yeah.
Did the spear. That's his own finish. And the Yeah, aka the
kill switch.
Yeah.
But did they call it the kill switch?
Yeah, they did.
Okay, cool. I'm making sure because I can remember they said I'm pretty. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, threw the ladder in Finn Balor's face. Which was quite dangerous to do, but I think was it like where do you think happened there? Did Finn's hands, where he was supposed to protect himself, actually went through the gaps of the ladder bits, and then it came through and hit him?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah,
that's what it looked like. All that doesn't look.
And then Edge kind of like buying time by pulling out weapons and stuff like that, so Finn could get stapled together. That's what they were saying. Yeah, not super glued. Damn, that must have been something, if he had to get stapled.
Yeah, there and then.
Yeah.
Oh,
They put numbing agent on him that I was reading. But
yeah.
So he Finn takes a second rope execution.
Yep.
Is the execution the Impaler DDT? Are they the same thing?
Same thing. Yeah.
And why they call it Impaler DDT the first time around?
I think there might be a slight variation.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's just like, all right, not to Gangrel, even though then later they called it what it was, which was like, okay.
Because I think the Impaler is just like you lift them up and then impale him, and remember the Glorious DDT? We kind of swung you around and DDT'd you. I think that's the execution.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but
or maybe the execution is the one where you lift them up and you go into a sit down. Like I'm not sure. But then it's like, what's the difference between Scorpion Deathlock and a sharpshooter? Other than you do the other leg, it's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah, and the demon decides it's gonna somehow right in the cage in the cell. There's a platform set up for him. Like, so he goes to top rope and then he jumps onto the cage and decides, I'm gonna jump off this platform right here. That's randomly there for no reason, other than for him to jump off it. All right.
I thought that because it came out of nowhere. I thought that's cool. Literally, I don't know what the hell was that about.
Yeah, because I think not to like. If it was something small that he just had to put his feet on for the balance, because he could probably propel himself off the cage and do like a stomp, like a rotating. He'd have to spin 180, but I know he needed the platform to gauge where it was on that stuff. But it's just like, unless there was something on the platform like the camera or whatever, there was no reason for it to be there.
Because they've had that in a couple of the Hell in the Cells, that like platform. I've noticed that watching some of them. So I think unless it is for something like you said, like a camera or something.
Yeah.
But
it's just more apparent this time around.
Yeah. I was like, oh, good on him.
So he crashes through the table because Edge moves. Eats the spear, but he kicks out.
Yeah.
And then kendo stick, chair. And then concerto. And I was like, okay, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense the way they finished. Though Vampire Edge would have been much cooler, right? Yeah. I minded it Demon Finn Balor losing, but it made the way he lost it was like I accept it because it's just like you're gonna concuss concerto that takes people out for weeks and stuff. It's just that first of all he's Demon Finn Balor, and secondly Judgment Day don't exactly have the greatest win record.
No, they don't. No.
Yeah, so it would have probably. And not to say Edge is part time, he can't take the win. Like he shouldn't be taking the win from a win from against Demon Finn Balor, but it's just like it would have helped Judgment Day more because they're not. The only people like Rhea Ripley's getting pushed, fine, right? And Dominic's getting pushed, but that kind of like is not really,
Yeah.
It would just like if Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor won the match at Elimination Chamber, probably would have made more sense than for Edge to win here.
Yeah.
They take the loss and then take another loss.
Yeah.
Against the superpower version of this guy.
Yeah, I can see. Like, I get Edge winning, but now, you put that way, they should have won the mixed tag one.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they should have won something, but all they did was just lose. So it's just like, Edge being normal Finn Balor would have made a lot of sense. Yeah,
that would have made more sense. But it's
right.
done, so they can move on now. So I'm alright.
Yeah. Though I think, I think Judgment Day should have been the people walking away from it, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Universal undisputed Universal WWE Universal title match. Roman Reigns champion with Solo Sikoa.
Yep.
Sikoa and Paul Heyman versus Cody Rhodes with his All-American Cody Rhodes, right?
Yeah, he was the two-wing angel All-American. Yeah.
Which, by the way, I mean, I don't mind. It's like he's leaning into like the American hero sort of I don't want to say the gimmick, but he's just like, yeah, so fine, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, John Cena's gone. They gotta have, and Lex Luger ain't there no more. They Hogan's All American. They gotta have a super, you know, American babyface. Which I'm like, okay, Cody, you know,
yeah.
Cody goes to his family at ringside. His daughter with headphones on.
Yeah,
because Cody's fireworks are flying all over the place.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh yeah, you know, that's the ear protection right there. You know, that's exactly what for the babies because they don't cry. You know, stuff like that.
Cry and go insane. Yeah,
yeah. So I was like, yeah, nice Cody, nice. Giving his belt to
Brody
John
Jr.
Hubers. Yeah. Who without the mask?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like they didn't say -1 and all that stuff.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah, exactly. They just like no sold that.
Yeah.
WWE just like, oh yeah, it's him. It's Brody. It's Luke Harper's son.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna say. I even thought they were gonna say like Brody Lee, but I was like, no, Luke Harper. Oh, okay, yeah. Guess makes sense.
Yeah. So this match is really good.
Yeah, man.
This match made sense as well in certain bits because like, why like. Okay, so Solo Sikoa interfering Cody with a chair or whatever, right? During the match, and then the referee's throwing him out. Yeah? So when the Usos come in, hold on, am I skipping bits? Do you want to skip? Do you want to speak about the action?
I don't think you're skipping much, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I actually skipped all the way to the end, but let's not go to that at that point.
No, because it was good back and forth where there was moments where Cody hit the first crossroad and everyone thought, he's going to win, but no, he didn't. And Roman hit a spear.
Yeah. Actually, right at the beginning, Cody goes for a disaster kick, which Roman catches like a power in the powerbomb position.
Yeah.
And just powerbombs him down. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Right away, you know.
That looked dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my man. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and Solo Sikoa interfering a good couple of times. Some really good build.
Yeah.
Cody Cutter as well, looking cool.
Yeah, Cody Cutter.
Cody selling his ribs from the chair shot that happened within the first couple of minutes of the match from Solo Sikoa.
Yeah. And what was there? There was this figure four spot.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the guillotine spot as well.
Yep. Cody's like, no.
Like, so Roman hadn't busted out the guillotine for so long.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of cool they brought it back out of nowhere. Like,
yeah. I don't know how, and then when Cody breaks out of it, he's just like wailing on Roman. And I was like, oh, right, yeah, because the power of the crowd, you know.
Yeah.
So that it's not like the thing where your hands drop twice, right? Nah, he got a spirit bomb power from there.
Like, give me all your American energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I love. But yeah.
Heading to the finish where the Usos interfere, and I was gonna say for all these Roman matches, for some reason, right, when the Usos interfere, no one comes out to help the face in the match.
No.
Why not? Right? I guess because they've got no investment in what's going on.
Yeah.
But then you had Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens come and interfere for Cody on his behalf. I'm like, oh yeah, all right. Well, finally, there's some people to help, and it's like, all right, so maybe Roman won't win because of interference this time around. Maybe the odds are evened.
Yeah.
And Owens hits Reigns with a stunner, and Zayn gets his hell of a kick.
Yep.
Like, oh. And then referee comes back to life, by the way.
Yeah.
And then Reigns kicks out. Oh no, I was gonna say, sorry, Cody eats a 1D from the Usos before this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he kicks out.
Yeah, but that was a
and commentary made a thing like no one's kicked out from the 1D, which is true. So I was like, oh yeah.
Well, and then Sami Zayn kicked out of it. The previous night.
I'm getting confused the other night. I'm getting confused the night before. Sorry, yeah.
Yep,
that's the one.
And they then when all the extras go back to their continue going backstage. Rhodes and Reigns are like having their their boo yay punches.
Yeah.
And Rhodes is doing his what's it called? Dusty Rhodes jab bionic elbow.
Then he did his brother's drop on his back punch.
Yeah. He did that about 3 times in this match, by the way. 4 times. Yeah. Which I'm like, but you drop on your back, you took a bump, and you throw an uppercut, but I think there's more damage done to you from the bump.
His version, because his one was he drops in the back and then kicks him in the head, like Pele kick sort of. I don't know why he didn't do that, but
hits Crossroads, 2 of them in a row, goes to do a third one, and Heyman distracts the referee, and you're like, all right, but referees here, man, referees. Jeez.
Yeah, that's stupid.
It's like, you know what? There's a fly around here somewhere, and I've got to stop my count to wave the fly away. Yeah. You know. Something in my eye. I can't. You know. What's that thing on the side over there? I just gotta. You know.
Yeah, and then they miss everything.
Solo Sikoa then gives Cody a Samoan spike.
Yep. After Cody does 2 crossroads and goes for the third one.
And then Reigns hits a spear and gets a 3 count. I'm like, all right, well, I don't know how I feel about that. Only because, fair enough, the Bloodline interfere all the time and help Reigns win. But now you've got even the odds. And even then, this guy couldn't win.
Yeah. Because he's Roman. He's the GOAT.
Yeah. But I was like, but it built so much towards the end there where it felt like Cody was the one to do it.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
I'm a big Cody fan. So much so that people think I'm trolling on how much I actually love Cody, and it's all legit. But Cody not winning makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Because, like, since he's come back, what adversities has he come across going towards the championship? Nothing really, has he?
Well, let me point out, the only adversity he had was fighting Gunther at the end of the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, which isn't much. Not been bad, nothing, but you know what I mean? It's not like, say, for example, when Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30 had to go through all that stuff to get to the title. I mean,
I actually agree with you in the sense that, so if Cody hadn't had his injury and they had this storyline, people invested from that point, which was like July last year.
Yeah.
All the way to now, it'd probably be much more uproar. Mm-hmm. But because he had that massive break and then came back, and then the storyline was set in motion two months before, it was like, all right, we're invested.
Yeah, but
we're not invested as a year-long development.
Yeah.
You know, which would have been much worse for them if they had this finish with that.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. So I get what you're saying. It was just like you felt. This was the guy and this was the time at the moment. Yeah.
Because, like, if, like, for example, I doubt they're going to do this, but say like Cody's, right, spoilers from Raw or whatever, you know.
Well, we're gonna discuss that afterwards.
Alright, cool. But, like, say this storyline goes on to next WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That makes more sense to me, him winning.
Cody winning?
Like, Cody beating Roman then, because, like... All right. He's had to, like, do the John Cena thing, you know, come back from the bottom. Well, John Cena goes to the bottom, but you know what I mean? Like,
wait, that means Cody would have to win the Rumble again.
Well, he could win the Rumble. Stone Cold won the Rumble 2 years in a row, so why can't Cody? So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, Hogan did as well, and so did Shawn Michaels. So, yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah.
Give him more adversity.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, I am glad we do this after Raw is aired as well, because... You can have a look at what happened afterwards, the follow-up, and decide whether they did good or not.
Yeah.
Or what they did, whether what they did make sense or not afterwards, right? Yeah, so... Brock... So Cody's like, all right, you were the better man that day, Roman. I was like, wait a minute. That's not what you should have said at all.
Yeah.
If anything, you should have said you called him a cheating scumbag, saying, you know, I had you multiple times. You had to get your bloodlines interfered. I demand a rematch because of whatever, right?
Yeah, but that's not Cody.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, but this is not the time for you to be like shake hands. This is like a time to be outraged because you know, you can't be like, okay, so if someone cheated to win, you can't be like, oh, I'm all American good guy face. I take it in stride. No.
Yeah, I get that.
But yeah, they're like, Cody, you want a rematch? Nah. But you can have a tag match if you can find a tag partner. But this whatever tag partner you have, he ain't gonna get no title match against Roman Reigns because he's teaming up with you. That's the terms and conditions we are having. Yeah. And Brock comes out, and you're like, right, okay. Sure. Is Brock gonna legit wrestle on Raw? Because the last time he wrestled on a non-pay-per-view was, I think, the
Kofi
5-second match he had with Kofi Kingston.
Yep, the Kofi incident. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What I refer to as. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. When they get the introduction for the main event, which would have been Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa versus Roman with Cody and Brock.
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah, but if anyone's eating the pin here, it's probably Solo Sikoa.
Yeah.
And Brock probably won't do much but get the hot tag and just blast him.
Yeah.
Right? No, that's not what happens.
Nope.
No. Brock immediately turns on Cody. He couldn't wait to turn on Cody, it seemed.
Yeah. He murders him. Legit murders him.
Yeah. But I have to say, as far as keeping Cody away from the title program, this was a good decision.
Yeah.
Because it gives him another hurdle to cross.
Yeah.
Why Brock decided to turn on Cody? Whatever, right?
You know what the thing is? Like, doing it with Brock, he doesn't have to have a reason. No. It's like,
no.
He's
just Hulk beating up people. He's just like, yeah, this person crossed me, made me angry, and that's that.
Yeah. Literally, that's why, like, Brock, it's kind of a good thing they use Brock for this, because you don't have to have some weird conduit like, because of blah 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 blah. Brock's like, yeah, I'm Brock, I do what I want. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So can't argue that.
Yeah. So I get the idea of where it's what's happening. Cody and Brock, yeah, okay, fine. Yeah. But then I'm like, what contenders? Just like the thing with Bianca Belair, because she's been like, what contenders she got after she's beaten Asuka, but
besides Rhea Ripley.
Well, yeah, but that's
no, exactly.
They're on different shows, so that probably won't happen for a while.
Next year, WrestleMania, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it called? Yeah. But what's left for Roman? Who's left for Roman to fight?
We got Jay again.
Well.
Solo Sikoa.
Well, I don't think I'd want Jay White to come in and get.
No, I was talking about Jey Uso.
Oh right. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. All of a sudden, Jay signed. Jey Uso signed with the WWE. Okay,
yeah.
I like.
Who else is there? Still got Lashley.
Yeah, who didn't come out and do anything.
Yeah, which confused me. He
just
come out with
sure.
I was so sure. Yeah, he just come out with the Andre the Giant trophy, posed, and then that was it.
I was like, wait a minute, but
yeah,
what Carl promised he was going to do something.
I promised the world,
he just came out with his trophy, did his pose, and then walked to the back. I'm like, well, that's a payday.
But the worst thing is, because like, how they kind of like the camera zoomed out, you saw him walking towards the ring. Like, oh, okay, maybe he's gonna commentate on the next match or something.
Yeah. Or like one of them impromptu ones where he's like, yeah, I won this. I'm the best, whatever. And then the second to last guy in the match was like, no.
Yeah.
Calls him whatever, because he was going to do what he was going to do. Lashley spears him, and then,
Yeah, because I thought even he was going to be commentating for the Sheamus Gunther in that match, because then, like, I don't know.
If he just walked into that match, by the way, if he says, I won the trophy, and in fact, as the trophy holder, what I'm going to do is just insert myself in here.
Yeah,
I would have been fine.
Yeah.
Not that it wouldn't make any sense whatsoever.
No, but I'd been alright with
it. What's better than 3 meaty men slapping meat?
Yeah.
4 meaty men slapping meat.
Yeah. So that's kind of weird. Oh. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
It, really.
So okay, what do you think they're going with? Some things. Obviously, Cody is going to get sidetracked with Brock,
Yeah.
which makes a lot of sense. Whether I would have had Cody win, I mean, yeah, okay. Well, no. Not to say I would have been happier if Cody won. No, actually, no. It would not like to say it would have made more sense if Cody won. It's just I would have been happier if Cody won. That's what I mean.
I would have been happy, but then like, what would happen next? That's the other thing I was thinking about. Like, what would Cody wins the title and then what?
Yeah. Well, yeah, Roman wins and he's beaten everyone there is to beat. At least with Cody, you'd have a fresh new set of people.
Yeah, I get that.
But then you'd have to find a way to keep Roman out of the title picture because he's been there for so long.
Yeah.
Like Roman could be like, I've beaten everyone there is to beat, and tell you what, I'm going to take a vacation until someone sets me up a good opponent to have a match with.
Yeah.
Laters. Peace out. Do the exact same stuff that Brock did when he's like, Brock wins the title and he disappears for God knows how long. I'm going to do the same.
Yeah.
And I do the same because I've beaten all of yous rather than Brock who just goes and comes for the paycheck. Yeah. You frame it that way. But we'll see. We'll see about that.
We'll see.
Where do you think other things are heading?
The tag title scene, I have no idea where that's heading.
Yeah.
Wait.
The Street Profits, wasn't that?
Yeah, they had a match. They lost.
Yeah.
Only thing I can really see is maybe the Usos get the tag titles back. That's the only thing I can think of. It's the only thing that kind of makes sense at the moment.
Yeah.
Or they split the tag titles up again, which they should. Yeah. And then you have more opportunities to do with stuff. I personally think.
Well, I would have thought. Here's the thing, right? Logically speaking, say if Cody didn't get injured and he won the Money in the Bank and then he won the Royal Rumble as well, he could challenge for both titles independently of each other.
Yeah.
And then win one and not win the other, and you'd have been all right because he could split them.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, don't treat them as separate if they're combined together.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to split the tag titles, but maybe they're just going to do 2 out of 3 falls match or something like that.
Because I know there was a period just before Christmas and stuff. The Usos had to defend the Raw titles on Raw, and they had to defend the SmackDown ones on SmackDown.
Yeah,
but we'll see where they go with all this.
Well, yeah, I mean I suppose that made sense because Roman had that Bloodline storyline made a lot of sense for them to have the titles unified.
Yeah.
It's just that now that's finished, how do you split them?
Yeah. Like you said, probably 2 out of 3 falls or whatever thing, innit? Yeah. It's the only logical, real way.
Well, no, the 2 out of 3 falls, like 2 out of 2. Like you wouldn't have you'd have 1 pinfall for one set of belts and 1 pinfall for the other. So you
depends really how many teams there are on it.
Oh yeah, it's true actually.
Because like when they did the Jericho, Chris Benoit, and Angle one, that was a triple threat, and they did 2 out of 3 falls. So yeah.
Oh yeah. It's true.
So it depends really.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. I get more questions in my head about certain things.
More questions than answers at the moment.
Yeah. But I think night 1, mostly, I think they had the right finishes.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, in my opinion as well. Yeah.
Night 2, some of them I thought were a bit odd, is what I was thinking. Mainly, just a personal thing. I would have thought it made more sense if Oscar won. Cody, I can live with not winning, even though the time would have been right for it.
But like the thing with Oscar, I would like to have won, but this is the other thing. If she wins, what happens? Bianca's gonna beat her for it anyway. So. Well,
yeah, that can wait till SummerSlam, right?
If that, yeah.
And I would have I wouldn't like Demon Finn Balor to lose to Edge, but if he won the previous match, and Judgment Day needed to have something. Unless you're going to say the biggest bad in Judgment Day that Edge hasn't defeated is Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. And obviously he can't beat up Rhea Ripley, but
No, but he could. Check it out.
Well, that depends on if he was Evil Edge or not.
Yeah, if he was rated R, Edge, then yeah, I can see.
Oh yeah, if he was very Edge, of course.
Yeah, he'll kill everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but still overall.
Overall, I was alright.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's not as bad as some people are making it out to be. Like the worst WrestleMania ever. I'm like, have you
seen this? People say that. I was going to say, I think it was one of the better WrestleManias I've seen.
Same. Like, you know, WrestleMania 9 exists, so I don't know how people can say this is the worst WrestleMania, but alright, sure. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I think it's one of the better ones in a long time.
Yeah, same here. But hey,
and even if you, I mean, it is too long to crunch down into one pay-per-view, but let's just say it was 6 hours.
Yeah.
I think there's some matches that could be lost and it'd have been fine.
Yeah. Like, if this was one whole day like the old ones, then this probably would have hurt me to watch. But
yeah,
and that's not because of like it being bad or anything, but just
lengthy.
Yeah, 8 hours of like wrestling. You know what I mean? It's like in one sitting. No, that should never be a thing. So I'm glad that it split into two. I hope it stays this way. If I'm honest.
Yeah. So overall, really good stuff at WrestleMania.
Yep.
Raw after WrestleMania.
Yep.
Had.
Again, I don't know. I just see people moaning about it, but I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I think it had a good follow up to one storyline.
Yeah.
And the rest was like.
All right. I'm gonna say something. It might be. I don't know. It might be just me thinking this. It might be controversial. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure in this whole, everyone's hyped about the Raw of the Manias are like this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Are like great and all that stuff. I bet you, if you look back, there's probably like 2 out of, I want to say, 20 WrestleManias where they started doing the Raws after that are actually.
They made it a thing. They started making it a thing. WWE.
I don't think
people. You think is that?
I think the fans made it a thing, and then WWE like they like to do jump on it. Like, yeah, we're gonna take this fan thing and try and show that we're down and we listen. And
usually, what I guess it is like a reset point for the next set of storylines.
Yeah.
But here, it is a continuation of other storylines that are still going on.
Yeah. Which. Yeah,
I'm expecting. Well, no. Like from the usually the Raw after WrestleMania, it's the next story arc of whatever is going to happen,
season or whatever. Yeah. Where they refresh. Yeah, but it hasn't been like that for like a good 15 years. I don't know why people go on Yeah. And it's always, and me being to a Raw after WrestleMania, it's the crowd that kind of make it terrible. If I'm honest. Like, good things will happen, but then you just got the rowdy fans for no reason, like just shouting out obscenities. Like, I watched AJ Lee's last match ever, because remember she retired the Raw after WrestleMania 31. Yeah. And right, it was a 6-woman tag. It was her, Naomi, and someone else versus the Bellas and someone else. Yeah, this is how long ago it was. And then all the crowd decided to do was shout out like vulgar things at women, like you do certain sex acts to your boyfriend who is a wrestler. And I was like,
or your husband who is also a wrestler. Yeah,
and I was like, how is this fun? This is just like very offensive.
Yeah.
Like, cool, you're like disrespecting women in the blatant open. Oh, cool, this is. And and I just felt sorry for the kids there.
I don't laugh because of it's funny. It's juvenile. I was just like, yeah, people, man.
Yeah, it's just like, and there's kids here, man. It's like yeah. So yeah, that's my thing against Raw after WrestleManias. Sorry, that's went on a side tangent about that. But yeah, just let it be.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I think the other storyline we haven't touched on that actually has some direction.
Yeah.
is it'll be the women's tag title match with Lita and Becky versus Ronda and Shayna at some point. Because even though they won that showcase, by not doing much, by the way,
no,
they somehow did not become number one contenders as they were promised. I assume that, like, for injuries for both of them.
Yeah,
but they at least we know where that's heading at some point.
Yeah, if it happens. Yeah,
no doubt it'll be Ronda making Lita tap out. Do you reckon Trish will turn on Lita at some point?
I don't know, because I'm thinking about that, and I thought, like, what
does it say?
Yeah.
Would it be that Trish comes back and has a match against Ronda? I don't know if that makes any sense.
I think only one that sort of makes sense if Trish comes back and has a match with Becky, but I can't remember if they've already done that.
But what they could do if they want to heat up this feud is have Ronda quote unquote snap Trish's arm.
Yeah, could do that.
And then you can get more stakes for heels being heels. More stakes for the women's tag title match whenever that does happen.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It should,
yeah.
but
I think it's a good position for Ronda, by the way, to learn so she can up her skill level, or she needs people. She can have people to cover for her.
Yeah,
because she doesn't. Yeah, she can do the stuff she can do.
Yeah,
that's the best way I'm gonna put it without trying to slate her.
Yeah, it's anything.
Though I have to say she is. So when she was putting her armbar on, and she was just mouthing off to the crowd, I'm like, oh yeah, she got them healing mannerisms down. She just got to double down on everything.
Yeah.
And if she wants to, she could just be super lazy in the ring, and just be like, everyone's beneath me, sort of mentality.
Yeah, she become like the female Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, exactly. And then you don't like, I don't do much because you people don't deserve to see me do much because you're all trash. No, yeah, okay. Make Shayna Baszler do all the work, and then eventually you could get the time because Shayna's like, why are you not doing anything?
Yeah,
well, not to say that's that's where they would go.
It'd be a cool way to go, But we'll see.
All right. Anything else you want to point out?
No, just kind of excited to see where everything goes in this.
I have to say season. As well. Sorry, I was just interrupted you there. No, I was going to say Cody's ring gear when he come out with his Cody's suits always look good. And I don't like. It's one of those strange things where it's like he didn't change much at all.
No. But
somehow we enjoy his presence in WWE more than we enjoy his presence in AEW.
Yeah, because WWE, he sort of seems like he's part of the whole thing, rather than AEW, where he started off kind of as a part of it, and then he kind of went into Cody Island.
As soon as he lost that, I'm never going to challenge for the title if I lose the world title. If I lose this match, he's like, all right, well, I exiled myself.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And just I don't know, it just doesn't feel.
Well, the other thing as well, where Fury beat John Cena.
Yeah.
With cheating, of course, as it would be. Yeah. And then he boasts, as we know he would, but he's just like, but winning like that didn't even help you.
No,
because you just go back to your lower. I don't say your lower card status because that's not what it is, but just like you haven't boosted your profile from it.
No,
you just go back to your ways.
Yep, and it kind of proves what John Cena said in their promos to leading to this.
You should have. Yeah, you take that lot. You take the win, and then kind of try to make yourself better from it.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to do that if you cheat to win in the first place, right?
Yeah,
but you just say, I just beat that superstar, and I tell you what, I heard what you said. But then you start telling yourself, I don't know.
Yeah, so.
But he needs to get himself more credibility, or a credible way to do certain things. Is the way
Because like John Cena,
yeah, exactly. He's just proven, like you said, just proving him whatever he's saying that you continue to do, just prove it to him right, even though he lost.
Like John Cena said, if you lose to me, you're kind of screwed. If you win, you're still screwed because you're the one that has to come out and prove these people that I was right, that no one cares about you, which is kind of true, sadly. So like it's I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. No one left for Roman to defeat, so unless they're gonna pull Braun Breaker from NXT.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's gonna go straight to Roman because that'd be weird.
No, that would be. What other faces are left for Roman to defeat?
Yeah, he might.
Considering Cody's off for Brock's gonna disappear for the next 6 months, right? Or until on Saudi Arabia?
I think so.
So Cody won't be able to do nothing for a while.
Yeah.
Or he just feuds with the Bloodline. The logic, by the way, I assume the follow-up would be you get the Bloodline. Well, you get 3 members of the Bloodline, and you get Cody, Sammy, and Kevin Owens, and then you do a 3-on-3 match.
Yeah.
Where you could build it like Roman's acting as though he's going to be in a match, and then he isn't in the match because he decides, nah.
I don't need this.
Yeah, exactly. I never said I was going to be in the match. What are you talking about?
Solo's going to be in it. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So he could get his pin, or you could have had Roman in a match and then you get him pinned by Cody for the 6-man match. However you're going to build it, but I don't know what they're going to do unless they're going to pull someone like Nakamura has been gone for a while, so
who?
Maybe.
I know.
Has Roman defeated Nakamura? Like during this one?
I think they were meant to, and something happened, and then I know he hasn't. I know Randy was meant to be
a victim, right?
Yeah, and then he got injured.
Yeah. Well, no, okay, so he's got 2 people who could at some point, feud with to continue for a little bit. Nakamura whenever he comes back, and Randy whenever he comes back. But I think Randy's injured at some, so Nakamura could be the first victim.
Yeah.
Then Randy the second victim, which will probably last another couple of months, and then back to Cody.
Yeah.
SummerSlam maybe.
At some point, yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how all this works out.
Yeah. Or I'm trying to think, is there anyone who can jump ship from another company?
Yeah. Well, but I want JY to come in and just lose. If anything, he would join the heels.
Yeah.
On his own agenda, of course.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'm not part of the bloodline, but just like he joined Chaos and then be like, yeah, you know what? I would never whoop you guys.
Yeah. I was sabotage you from the beginning, sort of thing. Only other person, well, they can get what's his face? Tamatonga. Yeah, he could take a loss. No one cares about him.
Yeah. Well, no. If anything, he might join the bloodline.
Yeah, I'm saying he could do. Yeah.
He'd be Samoa because then Samoa's got a Samoa. Yeah.
Because I think in Samoa or the Polynesian Islands.
Everyone's everyone else's cousin.
Because I think even The Rock said that. Oh, what's his face? Is his cousin? His uncle. Not Mick. Haku. So technically,
the only one that isn't related to anyone is Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
who has Samoa in his name, but where?
As of now, anyway, we don't know. He might just next week be he's related to us. Like, okay, what?
Yeah.
I guess sort of thing. I guess. All right. Yay. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Fun times ahead.
Yeah. Ahead. Well, also, I'm glad. Even though, Shane McMahon. A lot of people could have made fun of him, right? But it's just more like, you know what? Yeah. It was more about the Miz and how Snoop Doggy saved this segment.
Yeah.
And yeah, okay, Shane got injured, and I hope he's well. That's what's coming across more like, oh, haha, we're gonna laugh at Shane for injuring himself.
Yeah, no, it's not cool.
So yeah, good on these guys. Good on the referee for shouting people's elbows so everyone in the arena could hear it.
Yep, she took lessons from John Cena on calling shots. So yeah. Oh,
yeah, she said it multiple times, by the way.
Yeah.
Not to have a go or anything. It's just like, when you're in a situation we've got to call stuff, fair enough. Yeah. So, but
good on them.
What is Snoop's gold belt, by the way?
Oh, it's when he became a Hall of Famer. I think like the year after they made him a belt. Yeah.
Okay.
And then it went missing.
Right.
And then it became some weird thing where like celebrities just had it, saying, "Yeah, I've got your belt now, Snoop."
Okay, it didn't real life go missing.
No, I think it really did. And then he got it back, but then they kind of played into a story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. The WWE Golden title, they call it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just like the WWE Saudi Arabia green tile, right? The Greatest Rumble. Yeah.
Came and went, pretend it never happened, sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's us finishing the review of second night of WrestleMania with like the Raw after WrestleMania thrown in there.
Yep.
Just for funsies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eagles. Yes.
I'm the man who murdered Cody Rhodes, CY Chong.
That's not nice. And I am the man. I'm gonna do it. The man who blew out his quads just like his daddy, Carl Charles. And thank you for listening to us review and discuss WrestleMania 39 Night 2. So now that WrestleMania weekend is over, what did you guys think? Did you enjoy it? Was it your favorite? Was it your worst? Was it your favorite set? Because I like the set. I thought the set design was really good.
I have to say, was it the longest ramp I've ever seen in my life?
Oh no, I've seen longer.
Well, yeah. Well, I have to say, when you say you've seen longer, was that the one where they had to use the golf carts to drive people to the ring?
No, it was another one.
You remember that one, right?
Yeah,
that was a Royal Rumble.
That was a Rumble. Yeah. Oh no, it's I think it was WrestleMania 33. It was one where they had the fairground.
Okay.
Yeah, that one was super long. Because I remember like Mox was just I call it Mox now. Was walking down the ramp for ages. Oh wow, he's just still going. Because they cut something else and then cut back and he's still going. I was like, oh wow.
The funny thing about the golf cart one was they jog out from the curtain.
Yeah.
It switched to in ring.
Yep.
And then when they come back to the person, they're coming in the ring.
Yeah.
They jog to the golf cart. The golf cart drove them all the way down, and then they just get off the golf cart and the camera's back on them.
Yeah. It was always like the big guys. I remember Mark Henry, one of them. Yeah, the big shirt.
Yeah. Which actually, speaking of camera switches, it was so obvious when Shane went down, and the camera just went straight to the Miz.
Yeah.
Miz's face, who didn't know what was going on.
Yep.
So
he was in the
and
same
it just
boat
stayed
as
there.
us.
It stayed there with Snoop and Miz, and before we know, Shane just teleported out the ring.
Yep.
We dissolved on the spot because we never saw him again.
He got Thanos snapped out reality. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, let us know. You can do that by following us on Instagram and Twitter. All our social media links are in the bottom. Also, you can give us an email. Don't forget also to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. And if you're listening to this on the audio realm, don't forget to leave us a 5-star review. And once again, guys, thank you very much for everything. And I would like to thank you all for taking a trip with us around the multiverse. Bye.
All right.
Bye.